Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopi Janavadama Givaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Givaradari Jaya Gopi Janavadama Givaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Hare Krishna.
I don't know if he's writing the verse.
I don't know.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So we read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, chapter 12, Moini Moti bewilder Lord Shiva, and we are in the prayer given by Lord Shiva to Moini Moti, and it's verse 11. Sadvam samitam hadasti tigya. Come on. Sadvam samitam hadasti tijananacham.
Sattvam samhitamadasiti janamanahasham.
Sadvam samitam hadasti tijananacham.
Sattvam samhitamadasiti janmanasham.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhava bandha moksho.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhava bandha moksham.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhava bandha moksho.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhava bandha moksho.
Vayo yata vichatikam charakyam.
Vayu yatha vishatikham cha characharakyam.
Vayo yata vichatikam charakyam.
Vayu yatha vishatikham cha characharakyam.
Sarvam tadhatmakataya vagamovarunte.
Sarvam tadatmakataya vagamo avarunse.
Sarvam tadatmakataya vagamovarunte.
Sarvam tadatmakataya vagamo avarunse.
Sattvam samitam hadastiti janmanacham.
Sattvam samhitamadastiti janmanasham.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhavabandha moksho.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhavabandha moksho.
Vayo yata vichatikam cha characharakyam.
Vayu yatha vishatikham cha characharakyam.
Sarvam tadhatmakataya vagamavarunse.
Sarvam tadatmakataya vagamo varunse.
Sattvam samihitam adastiti janmanasham.
Sattvam samihitam adastiti janmanasham.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhava bandha moksha.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhavabandha moksho.
Vayu yata vishatikam cha characharakyam.
Vayu yatha vishatikham cha characharakyam.
Sarvam tadatmakataya vagamo varunse.
Sarvam tadaikatma vagamo avarunse. Sattvam samhitam adhastiti janmanasham.
Sarvam samitam adastiti janmanacham.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhavabandha moksho.
Bhute hitam cha jagato bhavabandha moksho.
Vayu yatha vishatikham cha characharakyam.
Vayu yata vichatikam chacharakyam.
Sarvam tada tatatma kataya bhagamo avarunse.
Sarvam tadatma kataya bhagamo Translation word for word by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Sa,
Your Lordship,
your Lordship,
Tvam,
Tam,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
Samitam,
Samedam,
which has been created by you,
which has been created by you,
Ada,
Ada,
of this material cosmic manifestation,
of this material cosmic manifestation,
Stiti Janmanacham,
Shiti Janmanasham,
creation, maintenance, and annihilation,
creation, maintenance, and annihilation,
Buddha,
Buddha,
of the living entities,
of the living entities,
Hitam Cha,
Hitam Cha,
and the different activities or endeavors,
and the different activities and endeavors,
Jagata,
Jagata,
of the whole world,
of the whole world,
Bhava Bandha Moksho,
Bhavabandha Moksha,
in being implicated and being liberated from material complication,
in being implicated and being liberated from material complications,
Vayu,
Vayu,
the air,
the air,
Yata,
Yata,
as, Vichati,
Vishati,
enter,
enters,
come
in
in the vast sky,
the vast sky,
Cha, and
and
Chara Achara Akyam,
Charakyam,
and endeavoring, moving, and non-moving,
endeavoring, moving and non-moving,
Sarvam, everything, Tat, that, Atma
Atmakataya,
because of your presence,
because of your presence,
Avagama,
Bhavama,
everything is known to you,
everything is known to you,
Avarunse,
Avarunse,
you are all pervading,
you are all pervading,
and therefore know everything.
and therefore know everything.
Translation. My Lord, you are the supreme knowledge personified. You know everything about this creation and its beginning, maintenance, and annihilation, and you know all the endeavor made by the living entities, by which they are either implicated in this material world or liberated from it.
Jai,
Jagannatha Subhadra ki jai.
Jai,
Shri Shri Radha Parishvara ki
Jai.
As the air enters the vast sky and also enters the bodies of all moving and non-moving entities, you are present everywhere, and therefore you are the knower of all. There's many information in this verse. I'll read again the whole verse, just week. My Lord, you are the supreme knowledge personified. You know everything about this creation and its beginning, maintenance, and annihilation, and you know all the endeavor made by the living entities, by which they are either implicated in this material world or liberated from it. As the air enters the vast sky and also enters the bodies of all moving and non-moving entities, you are present everywhere, and therefore you are the knower of all. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, so Prabhupada quote two verses of the Brahma Samhita. Eko pi asura chayitum jagatananda kotim yachakti asti jagadanda chayayat anta andantarasta paramanu chayantarastam
Govindam
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship the personality of Godhead Govinda, who by one of his plenary portions enters the existence of every universe and every atomic particle, and thus manifests his infinite energy unlimitedly through the material creation. And after Ananda Shinmaya Rasa Pratibha Vitabi Tabiya Eva Nija Rupataya Kalapi Goloka Eva Nivasati Kilatma Bhuto Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primal Lord, who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Dadini. Their companions are confidantes, who embody extension of our bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. So, Prabhupada explained. Also, Govinda is always present in his abode, Goloka Eva Nivasati. He is simultaneously present everywhere. Nothing is unknown to him, and nothing can be hidden from him. The example given here compares the Lord to the air, which is within the vast sky and within everybody, but still is different from everything. Om Jnanatinandasya Jnanandara Sharakaya Chakshurmidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobisham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dati Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanditam Cha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tata Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Anchakarpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhyarevacha Patitanam Panebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo 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 Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashkatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I read again the verse. My Lord, you are the supreme knowledge personified. You know everything about this creation and its beginning, maintenance, and annihilation, and you know all the endeavor made by the living entities, by which they are either implicated in this material world or liberated from it. As the air enters the vast sky, and also enters the bodies of all moving and non-moving entities, you are present everywhere, and therefore you are the knower of all. So Lord Shiva is preaching the philosophy, actually. We find the same philosophy of Ashintya Veda Veda Tattva where the Lord is one and different, is everywhere present but is not there. So, like it is saying in this Achintya Veda Veda Tattva, it's inconceivable. If we try to understand the Lord by our intellect and mind, it's impossible because our mind and intellect can just go to the point of what we can see. And in this material, when something is something, is not different from the thing. So you cannot say something is same and different in the same time. Veda, Abeda. And we see how Lord Shiva is preaching this, that the Lord knows everything, is everywhere present, but in the same time is not there. And there is this verse given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, who describes also properly this philosophy. Maya tata midam sarvam jagad avyakta mortina nacham tej avastha Mastani sarabhutani nacham tej avastita. Where the Lord say, I'm everywhere present, but I'm not there also. I'm in my unmanifested form. I'm everywhere in my unmanifested form. I know everything, but nobody knows me also. And in the verse just before, Mataji was speaking and Shiva was explaining this point that the Lord knows everything, but nobody knows him. Mam tu veda nakachana, the Lord say also in Bhagavad Gita. Nobody can know me. And one point that Prabhupada was giving in the purport is that actually, if we don't understand this fact that nobody knows him, we will not practice Bhakti Yoga. We practice Bhakti because we know that by our mind and intellect we cannot know him. And the Lord say at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavanyashasmitatvata. And in many other places there is a verse like this who say, only by Bhakti you can know me. It's not by our senses, our mind and intellect that we can know the Lord, because he is in his unmanifested form. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is different characteristic of the Lord described. It's called, there is Svarup Lakshanam and Tatashta Lakshanam. Svarup Lakshanam is the quality of the Lord that he always have. He always with this quality. And the Tatashta Lakshanam is a quality sometimes manifested, sometimes not manifested. So all this description about the Lord with the origin of the creation, maintenance and annihilation, it's Swarup Lakshanam or Tatashta Lakshanam, according to you?
Swarup.
Swarup, always?
Sometimes manifested.
Yeah, it's sometimes manifested, sometimes not, because the Jagat, the universe, is not always manifested. So in this first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, you have also all this philosophy really described in detail. There is some Swarup Lakshanam and some Tatashta Lakshanam, and the creation is Tatashta Lakshanam because it's not always manifested. Sometimes yes, sometimes not. And so sometimes he plays the role of the creator, sometimes he not play according to creation, according to the necessity of creating this material one. But there is also this Varup Lakshanam, where are always manifested. Creation or not, it's always manifesting this quality. And we see in the purport of Prabhupada, he gives these two qualities. With these two verses of Brahma Samhita, you have some The first, describing Tadasha Lakshanam, about the creation. I worship the personality of Godhead, who by one of his plenary portion enters the existence of every universe and every atomic particle, and thus manifests his infinite energy, unlimited through the material creation. So this is like connected with the creation. And second verse that Srila Prabhupada called, I worship Govinda, the primal Lord, who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who sends his own spiritual figure, and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Ladini. Their companions are confident, who embody extension of a bodily form, and who are imbued and permitted with ever blissful spiritual rasa. This is Svarupa Lakshanam, always manifested. So, same in the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva first described some of the Tatashta Lakshanams, the qualities sometimes manifested. Janma yasan vayadi tadashta shateja vigas vadat tene brahma idaya kavaye muyanti sudaya tejo valimridam yata binimayo yatra trisago mricha. All this is Tatashta Lakshana. Is sometimes manifest, sometimes not. First is describing that is the origin of the creation, maintenance, and destruction. And in same times is not implicated into it. So this is why his send is plenary expansion with Vishnu, the form of Vishnu, who enter all the different atoms, is everywhere present. This is Paramatma form, the form of Vishnu, who is here for the creation. And at the end of this first verse, Dhamna Sana Nirata Satyam, Dhamna Sana Satyam Nirastam Satyam.
Nirastakukam.
I cannot quote just the one part.
Dhamna Svena Nirastakukam Satyam Paramati.
So this is like Svarup Lakshana. He is always in his spiritual abode. This spiritual abode is never touched by the matter, by the material energy. Is never affected by the free mode of nature. So this is like Svarup Lakshana. And we have the same here with first Prabhupada described how the Lord is everywhere present, but in same time where he is very present in his manifested form and quality, it's in Goloka Vrindavan, who is playing with the gopis and Radharani. This is his eternal qualities. It will be always manifested. Material world or not material world, Krishna will always enjoy the company of Radharani and play his pastime. And this is very interesting because this is a process to know the Lord. First, we have to realize the Lord present everywhere. We have to have this attitude of surrendering to the Lord, be very submissive, have an attitude of worshipping the Lord like the supreme, absolute, true, everywhere present. And if we do this, the Lord will reveal himself to us, and maybe we can develop a more intimate relationship with him. And in this case, we approach him with love and devotion. But the first step is the process of surrendering to the Lord. This is why also in his purport, Prabhupada first described his quality of the Supreme, who is everywhere present, and later, when we practice devotional service according to rule and regulation, we will develop more attachment to the Lord, more bhakti, more love, and maybe we will know his intimate pastime. And this is what also Lord Shiva is showing us in this pastime that everyone can become bewildered by the Lord. Even a pure devotee can become bewildered by the Lord. The difference that Lord Shiva become bewildered not by the external energy of the Lord, but by the internal energy of the Lord. We are bewildered by the external energy. We try to enjoy separately of the Lord. This is a full pastime of the Lord with Lord Shiva. And if the Lord manifests his pastime with Shiva, with one of the Mahajans, the highest devotee, is to show us that don't become proud. You can be bewildered whenever I want, I can bewilder you. And you have to always surrender. Even if you have maybe some love for me, always surrender to me. And we see that even the pure devotee in our parampara, they always take this humility of surrendering, even if they have a more intimate relationship with the Lord. They will never say how intimate they are connected with the Lord. They will never say this. But they always speak on tattva. They always speak on this fact of surrendering to the Lord. They keep the humility of always surrendering to the Supreme, even if maybe the Lord have a really more intimate relationship with them. They always speak on the platform of Vedi Bhakti, of surrendering to the Lord and taking shelter of the Supreme Lord. And this is how we can, in this matter world, maybe by the mercy of the Lord, we will have more intimate connection with Him, but we will always keep this attitude of surrendering. We not play like a Babaji, who this is not in our parampara. We keep this attitude, and this is for us to not become bewildered by the Lord, and this is also to show the example to others, to always take this position of surrendering to the Lord. And this is, in this verse particularly, so Shiva describes the quality of the Lord know everything. And there is one verse in Bhagavad Gita where the Lord say, Sarvasya chamidi sanivisto mata smiti jnanam vapanam cha. We say that I'm in the heart of everyone, and knowledge, remembrance, forgetfulness, all this come from me. So if you want to bewilder us, if you want we forget him, he can do it like this. No problem for him. If you want that we remember him, he can do like this also. This is why Prabhupada was saying, what is the difficulties? You can be Krishna consciousness in 1 second. Why you are not Krishna conscious? Prabhupada said, you're nothing. You can't say to me. So this is how the pure devotees are connected with the Lord. They know that because they are very intimate relation connected with the Lord, they know that if today they remember the Lord, it's by the mercy of the Lord. It's not by their strength. It's not by the austerity. It's not by their knowledge. Nothing can give this connection with God. Not knowledge, not austerity, not yogic mystic power, nothing of this. And Shiva is the best of all of this, and he know. This is why he say, the knowledge comes from you, you know everything, and nobody can know you, and the only thing I can do is to surrender unto you. And when you surrender, some bhakti can be given by Radharani to sacrifice. And by this bhakti, it is described that Krishna become controller. But we should not play to the controller. We should always play to the cylinder, living entity, not the controller of the Lord. And the last point that we can do on this verse, which is important in our philosophy, is that the Lord said that He is everywhere present, like the air present in everything, but in same time He is not limited. He can do whatever He wants. And one point important is we should not start to believe in what we call anthropomorphism, that if the Lord is everywhere, if we put everything together, the Lord is here. So He is everywhere present, but He is not there also in the same time. And this is an important philosophy, because you can start to worship all living entity by saying the Lord is everywhere present, so I'm with the Lord. But this is not our philosophy. This is not the philosophy given by Vedanta Sutra and Srimad Bhagavatam. We should always understand this philosophy. The Lord is everywhere present, but He is not there. He is in His unmanifested form, and we can not know Him by our senses, by worshipping just matter like this. So this is what I could understand from this verse and this purport given by Srila Prabhupada. If you want to add something or correct something, comment something, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
I just came, so
what?
I don't know what was there before. So
Okay, I read the verse. My Lord, you are the supreme knowledge personified. You know everything about this creation and its beginning, maintenance, and annihilation. And you know all the endeavor made by the living entities by which they are either implicated in this material world or liberated from it. As the air enters the vast sky and also enters the bodies of all moving and non-moving entities, you are present everywhere, and therefore you are the knower of all.
I just reminded of one story, just the last paragraph you read. And like here, you enter everywhere and you are the knower of everything. We have difficulty to perceive that Krishna is everywhere and He knows everything. He is looking all the time. It is theoretically we know it, but in practice, by like realization, it's difficult. I think I heard this story long time ago. There was a guru and his disciples, 3 or 4, and he gave a little prasad to the disciple, and the first disciple is to everyone. He said, you have to eat this where nobody can see you. And the first one, he went to the field.
Nobody can see you?
Yeah, you only can have this prasad where you are alone, nobody can see you.
Ah, okay.
And then the one, I think, went to the field where there are big things and he can hide and eat. And the other one went to the top of the tree, and because like this, and the third one, I think, went to the cave, and there were 4 disciples. And all of them came back after a while, and he asked, okay, now tell me, where did you eat the prasadam and where did you eat? He called the first one, he said, I went to the field. The second one, I went to the top of the tree so nobody could see me. And the third one, I went to the cave so nobody could see me. And the last one, he came, I still have the prasadam Gurudev because I couldn't eat it. Wherever I go, Krishna, he is seeing me. I'm never alone, so I couldn't eat.
Okay.
And he embraced her. the disciple and bless him. So we theoretically know he is everywhere, he is in everything, every thought, whatever we. But in practice, we don't very conscious of that all the time.
Yeah, it's true. When we is connected to eating prasadam, we forget that Krishna is looking at us.
We are not even conscious. I mean, the way my Guru, our Guru, spiritual master, the advanced devotees look at the prasad and eat, it's not the same way we see the prasadam. We don't see this is not different from Krishna. This is just his mercy. He appeared in the form of prasadam so we could purify ourselves. He has accepted that form, but we don't see. We just, whenever we see something, only we think about gratifying your senses. Okay, that I like, that I don't like. And even when we are eating, especially I'm talking about me, I'm not at all conscious. Like, not at all conscious of what I'm doing and eating. Difficult.
Yeah, Prabhupada say first be conscious and
then be Krishna
then
conscious.
be Krishna conscious. Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
इसके इस दयाल की जय।
Jai Prabhupada.